Boop, boop, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, there we are. We're here. All right, I see it now. Yeah, I told you guys in earlier streams last week that I really wanted to do an anime chat again just because there's so much cool shit going on now. This is way later than we usually stream. I don't know if Chrome will. Yeah, she's 5 hours later than me, so it's a little after 11 there. I don't know if Chrome will be with us, but Chrome's got a good handle on everything coming up. And Colin's here in his ear. J-Man. And Jake's in Alucard Troy. Hey, Morgan. Rye 1 pay date. MHA Season 6, by the way. The trailer just dropped? Yeah, I'll tell you, Morgan. I am the most hyped I've been for a new season of MHA just because the last season of My Hero Academia was, to me, the best. I really, really was in that last season, so I'm hyped for that. Mr. Croissant's in and Mr. Shank. Hey, Indo. Douchebag Kangaroo and Froggy and Fat Ass. Good screen name. The Bleach return? Yep, that's another one, Dwayne. Absolutely. Bleach was amazing. And, of course, it's a long way from being anime, but the announcement, you guys know I'm a major Hunter x Hunter nerd. So having Hunter x Hunter being revived, I mean, having more of it written, and we got to get more anime out of that when they write more of the manga, don't we? Wouldn't you think? Berserk, Konosuba. I fucking love Konosuba. Rai says, my grandmother thinks you're hot. Well, your grandmother's right. No. Yeah, I like that. Grandma's got the rest of you seeing how things go. Let's give it a second. See how things go with Rai's grandma and me. I might have to ask the rest of you to step out for a minute. I didn't even know about that one. The new Gundam movie, Chill Spartan. Oh, that's cool. And J-Man says not really an anime. No, that's okay. You can be hyped. Oh, Chrome is here. Awesome. But I'm hyped for Star Wars Bad Batch Season 2. See, I don't follow Star Wars close. I didn't even know they had anything along those lines coming up. I'm not familiar with that one. Cool. And Chrome says it's for her it's Urusei Yatsura, Bleach, Trigun, Chainsaw Man, the upcoming Sailor Moon film, and a lot more. It's Konosuba too, Chrome. I love Konosuba. You know, one of the ways I know that Morgan says step out. Ha. I really love those characters is well, you guys mostly watch anime along with me. Hotness is not hey, you know me. I love anime boobies. I love hot chicks in anime. But that's not the final definitive parameter I use on whether or not I like a character. There's a lot of hot characters that I find annoying. So it always struck me as odd how much I like Aqua because usually I can't stand whiny characters, but for some reason it works on her. She just she's so genuine with it. Oh, I'm anxious for that too, Mr. Shank. Says I can't wait for Beavis and Butthead. We got that coming up soon. That's on Paramount Plus, right? I was as you guys can well imagine. I told you I've been in cartoon nut since I was a kid, and you guys know my tastes. So yeah, the Beavis and Butthead was the original series was so goddamn much fun. Two freaking idiots. Tokyo Revenger Season 2. Gabrice says, wow. Nolan says, I dream of a world where no man has to wait 30 minutes for a squat rack. Holy shit, you must have a busy gym. 30 minutes for a squat rack? Yikes. How juiced is somebody that they can train for 30 minutes on a squat rack? Chrome says, for manga, it's Land of the Lustrous' return, Bleach manga's return, Burn the Witch Part 2. That one I don't know. Chainsaw Man Part 2. And, of course, eventually starting Berserk and continuing Hunter x Hunter. I just absolutely love Hunter x Hunter. Jujutsu Kaisen was good, Salvatore. Whenever that will be, hopefully next year. Yeah, agreed. I like Jujutsu Kaisen a lot. That one got a lot of hype. Well, got a lot of attention. It was good. It deserved to get a lot of attention. It was really good. But yeah, there's just Well, I've only been. How long has it been? You guys have had me into anime? 5 years, maybe, not quite, but around there. So I don't have the history with it, the length that many of you guys do. But I've never seen it. I've never had it like this to where you had this many top shelf anime slash manga, all with big announcements, big upcoming things, whether it's, further seasons of the anime or new releases of the manga, whatever. It's just amazing how much new stuff is going on. Rice says, we watch tunes for most our lives, living in a spaz boy's paradise. I always like that song, Gangsta's Paradise. Here's a side note for you. I learned a long time ago. Gangsta's Paradise. Badass, kick-ass, gangsta song. Without looking it up, don't cheat. Without looking it up, do you guys know who originally wrote that? Before Coolio did it. That Coolio did a remake. Do you know who originally wrote that song? Jaden says, hey, Curtis, what part of the states are you from? I'm actually in upstate New York, but not for much longer. We're moving to North Carolina. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have a couple days away. You guys, hopefully you guys won't even notice the difference because I've got videos done ahead of time for both the Goosh, our Patreon, and here at the YouTube channel. But I got to run down to North Carolina tomorrow. I'm going to drop my car off, and then on Wednesday I'll fly back home so my wife and I can take my stepdaughter and the giant dinosaur dog with us together when we move. Bob Dylan, no. Frank Sinatra, Busta Rhymes, no. If you guys are like me, I would have never fucking guessed this. Never in a million years. Yeah, I would have guessed Bob Dylan, Jake, before I guessed the person who actually did it. But like I say, no cheating, no looking it up. But yeah, the great song, Gangsta's Paradise. And again, Coolio did a great job on it. But I could not believe it when I learned who actually originally wrote that. John Cena. Good call, Dwayne. Bon Jovi. That's a good one. That's a good one too, Alucard. Rick Astley. No, believe it or not, guys, it was fucking Stevie Wonder. Yeah, Chrome says it's a wonder, isn't it? Chubby Chase. Yes. Marilyn Manson. Good guesses. Mark Ruffalo. You guys are funny. No, Stevie Wonder actually did Gangsta's Paradise. Obviously, he didn't present it in the same way that Coolio did, but he wrote the song. Yeah, that's what I said. Fat ass. That's what I said when I learned it. I didn't believe it. And then I heard it. I don't even remember where I found this out. It was years ago. And then I heard a snippet of Stevie Wonder's version. Are you going to react to the new Dragon Ball movie? I generally don't do reactions to movies. They're a fair use nightmare, making a case for them fair use. I do want to see it, but I probably won't react to it. Marilyn Manson was a good guess, too. Oh, really? Mr. Croissant says Curtis Hitman Reborn might be making a comeback from what I heard. Heard a lot about that game, but I don't... Yeah, we're talking about the video game, right? Am I thinking of the right thing? Yeah. But I don't know anything about it. Broly movie? Nope. I will not watch the new one until I get a chance to sit down and watch the Broly movie, though. There's no sense in going to that one without seeing Broly movie first. And Chrome says, just let you know, there's now 6 volumes worth of content from Hunter x Hunter's manga that haven't been animated, and at least one more being written but not released yet. There's 36 volumes out now. Well, Chrome, you have a way more knowledge of all these things. Chrome stays right on top, which is great for me because Chrome passes along all the latest details and the stuff to get hyped about to me. Does anybody know why the fuck they won't turn them into anime? Hunter x Hunter was wildly successful. I know that, the anime. What is the problem? If they've got that much material, why won't they go forward? AZN says, I don't want to spoil the fun, but a lot of anime got to the States by studios who bought rights and dubbed them. It was so popular the floodgates opened. Well, that's not spoiling the fun. Yeah, well, other than when 4Kids dubs something, that's not necessarily a bad thing. When 4Kids dubs it, then it's always necessarily a bad thing. Bacon says, here for the bacon. Yeah, that's what I'd heard, Chrome. She says, oh, definitely, Superhero is a direct sequel to Broly, so I won't watch that without watching Broly first. Working on Spy X Family right now, Mr. Croissant. Working on it right now. Slee says, I'm currently trying to cope with the fact Spy X Family Kaguya-sama Season 3 end this week. Oh, is that it? Is this when Spy X Family gets caught up? Oh, Kaguya-sama Season 3. We've got that scheduled at the Goosh. We've got at our we got different levels. At our $1 level there, we're finishing up Boondocks. Then we got Black Clover. Then I'm going to do some more One Piece and get caught up on that because we stopped at episode 1,000. And there's just been so much buzz about these episodes that have come out since. I need to see it, catch up on it. And then we're going to do Kaguya-sama Season 3. No? First Wave Negativity... First Wave Negative... Would you change your screen name for me, bud, just so I can pronounce it? First Wave Negativity says 36 volumes isn't exactly that much material. Probably makes more sense to wait for more to come out. Really? Okay. Plus, Madhouse doesn't generally do remakes, unfortunately. Oh, okay. That's fair then. I thought that would be more than enough, but if not, I guess I get that. Oh, Chrome's saying the same thing. Because with 6 volumes, you'll get maybe 12 to 24 episodes. There's only enough content now to make a season's worth. Probably waiting for the current arc to finish before animating it. Probably be an OVA. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't realize that. Nah. Rice says the only 4 kids I know are the ones that are tied up in my basement. Everybody's got to have hobbies. Jake says, would you watch the new One Piece movie when it comes to the States? Sure, I'll watch anything One Piece. God, that is amazing. I am so glad because, well, those of you who have been with me over at the Patreon at the Goose for a long time know we hemmed and hawed a little bit before we started the One Piece adventure because, like, okay, it's going to be several years to get caught up. And I was a big proponent of, yeah, come on, let's do it. It'll be a fun thing to do together. And I am so glad I did now. I can't even... It's sad how much anime really gets twisted up inside. Oh, that sounds a little kinky. It's amazing how much you become reliant on on watching anime because if we hadn't done that whole One Piece excursion, I'd feel like I was really, really missing something now because it's just so good. Jaden says, hey, totally unrelated, Curse. Oh, not unrelated at all. What do you think of the Attack on Titan Part 2? I liked it. I enjoyed it. I understand why a lot of people were dissatisfied. I liked it. But again, I'm always throw this out there. I'm the type of person, and I think this is one of the reasons why that and enjoying doing off-the-cuff humor are the reasons why I enjoy doing reaction videos as much as I do, is when I watch something, I'm the type who I look for reasons to like it. And I'm not saying that's the best way to do it or anything. It's just the way I do it. So typically it's very easy for me to like something. I'm not overly critical. If I start watching something and I go, oh, this sucks, it's got to really suck because I went into it hoping to like it. Dwayne says, it's funny how Cartoon Network back in the day had borderline adult cartoons. Now it turned into PBS Kids. Yeah, and I always enjoyed that with a lot of the Cartoon Network shows, Dwayne. That even when Brax was little, you could watch them with your kid because they were written. I thought they used to do a phenomenal job of making sure that the adult humor would fly over a kid's head. It was always with innuendo and things of that nature. So, they'd put some great jokes in there and you'd be laughing and it was no harm, no foul because the kid just didn't catch it and they just went on to the next scene. I don't have a specific favorite anime. Javon and I gave up on that some time ago because it all depends on what mood you're in. I have elite tier anime, the ones that have just blown me away. And of course, things like One Piece and Hunter x Hunter and then some you may not expect like Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. But there's a lot of them for me. And again, maybe it is because of that personality trait where I go into watching something wanting to like it. it'd be impossible for me to put some over the others. When you are enjoying something at maximum capacity, you're just really balls out enjoying it. How do how does one of those seem greater than the other? Oh, really? I didn't know that, Jake. He says the reason I asked that is the One Piece movie may or may not spoil events yet to happen in the anime. Oh, if that were the case, no. No, I hate spoiling myself. No. I wouldn't take a chance if that were the case. I haven't stayed up a lot on the whole Ezra Miller thing, Mr. Croissant, other than I know, what the accusations are and everything, and that he certainly seems like a major creep. But I want to put seems like out there because I haven't been following it closely enough to really comment on it intelligently. Chrome says, wouldn't be surprised if Hunter x Hunter gets some OVAs eventually like the first anime did. Would be cool to see more. Some of the latest manga stuff gets really confusing and text heavy. Oh, does it? Yeah, I would go after anything to do with Hunter x Hunter. I love those characters. Boruto, no. I doubt we'll ever see Boruto just because most of what we do, Speed All, is voted on. Because the anime we watch over at the Goose, even like now, I'm bringing Avatar over here. I watched that at the Patreon some time ago. I'm just editing them up and bringing them over here. So most all of what we watch is voted on, and the ones that I place in there, I place based on what our gang over there has said about things. About giving a lot of positive ups, and there's not even close to enough support for Boruto that I think it'll ever make it. Boruto is way. And we have some people who like Boruto, but it's a minority. Karapika, Gohizi says love. He turned into a really good character. I was back and forth on Karapika as Eminem as the show went, and he's not one of my very favorite characters, but I ended up really liking him. I was just talking about that one, Lude. He says the new Konosuba season is definitely my current most hyped upcoming series. Overlord. Oh, I forgot about fucking Overlord. Oh, that was so good too. DxD, Bleach, and the currently running Shield Hero season are also something I'm looking forward to. I had forgotten about Overlord. That's just stunning to me. How many things that I just really loved. And I told you guys before, I won't go into great detail because most of you were here when I said it last time. Whenever we talk about Overlord, I will never, certain things just stay with you in the anime that we watch. I'm sure that's true with all of us. But I'll never forget that first episode. I just love the feel of that because, again, I think most of us have at least some sort of history gaming. And watching those guys so bummed because all the work they had done on creating that virtual world in that game was coming to an end was so identifiable. That completely hooked me in, even though the story basically went haywire after that. It had nothing to do with it, really. But it was just so good. I didn't miss you. No, I did not. Hi, Big Green. I'm glad you're in. First Wave Negativity says also not an anime, more of a drama. But the pole rigging at the Goosh is kind of funny, more sad though. I will say this, Negativity. In hindsight, it kind of ticked me off at first. But the way it was done and everything in hindsight, I think it was just somebody's bad idea of, not a prank, but I think somebody just thought, oh, well, this is all just for fun. Who cares who actually wins? I'll bump that one up. I don't think it was malicious. Because if that person had thought it was malicious, it would have been very difficult. I watch how everything goes at the Goosh. I mean, that's, that both communities here and the Goosh are very important to me, but the Goosh is smaller. It's easier for me to stay on top of everything. So it would be very difficult to, in the final day or days of a poll, to try and skew it without me noticing. But whoever did it didn't even make an attempt. And that's what makes me think they probably thought they weren't doing anything that big, a deal. And I'm sure whoever they are now probably went, oh, fuck, shouldn't have done that. A lot of people are pissed. But it was so easy to recognize. When it was, all the votes came in, on new accounts that were put in between 4 and 5 minutes apart, all at one part of the day. And as those new accounts came in, the votes went up for Fairy Tail accordingly. So they weren't concerned about even trying to make it look like they weren't doing it. So I think it was just somebody's really poorly thought out idea. AZN says waiting 20 years for Naruto's grandson Dorito. Wood says can't wait for the One Piece sequel, Two Piece with Buffy the Marine Slayer. Chrome says the poll rigging was hilarious and stupid. May sound a bit conspiratorial, but I've got reason to believe they weren't rigging it to get Fairy Tail to win. You think so? You think they rigged that on behalf of Fairy Tail? I know what you're saying. To get Fairy Tail thrown out? It's possible. It's possible. Now, if that were the case, Chrome, then they did it the right way. If they were doing it, if they were putting all the votes in for Fairy Tail thinking I'd just say, okay, this pisses me off, fuck Fairy Tail, we're not watching it, then they did it the right way because they made it really obvious that it was being botted. So you could be right. You could be right. Chauncey says, I'm excited for Dragon Ball Super. Superheroes English dub release. Gohan, Piccolo, Pan are the main characters. Yeah, I've got to catch up on Broly so I can watch that. But yeah, I was really surprised when I heard that about it. Well, and just last week in a stream, somebody was telling me too that initially it was supposed to be centered around just Piccolo, right? And then they added Gohan to the mix as a central part of it. Could be, Chrome. She says that's kind of what I'm thinking, probably because of some stupid things that happened in the previous poll. You could be right. Brother, he says, Curtis, how was the 4-way toilet paper showdown? That was so fun. That was actually the first Gintama clip you saw on the channel like 5 years ago. It's executed so well with attention and silliness. Yeah, you guys will see. As I'm watching it, I start to get glimpses of memory. It's like, okay, I did see this before, and oh my God. That show is so goddamn funny. And again, you guys at the Goose have coming up that one scene I had alluded to. I don't know what day it'll be up. I'm a few ahead because I'm going to be gone for the next 2 days. But there is a scene in one of the main 3 that we do that I had to stop the video. That's always a real... You guys, the times when we're doing a try not to laugh, I stop the videos because it's a try not to laugh. When I'm watching a series, I try not to stop the videos. A lot of the reason is it's a habit I got into because I always wanted to make sure people, when we're doing them at YouTube, people were watching the originals first and weren't watching my video to get the original content. So if I laughed over stuff and everything, that actually worked to my advantage. It's like nobody's going to be patient with missing out on stuff with me over the top of it. So I rarely will pause them. There's only been a handful of times, if even a handful, where something's made me laugh so hard that I can't get focused on what's happening next. And that happened the other day. And it's something simple, as it typically is. You guys will see it's something simple one of the characters does. But it was so spot on and so freaking funny to me. Jesus. Has an anime ever been spoiled for you? Sly says, early on, and I can't, it was something small, fortunately. What was it? Was it Naruto? I spoiled myself. I had watched an intro before I should, and I got some information I didn't want. That's why I do not watch intros anymore until I always watch them because I want to hear the music and everything. But unless the gang clears one for me, I do not watch them until I'm moved on to the next arc. And then you're usually safe to watch the initial intro. In here, no, nobody has spoiled for me. And it's amazing. It was a phenomenal job by the mods that never happened. Because they tried so hard to spoil Shippuden for me. And they worked it every day, but the mods stayed ahead of them all the time. The whole "who is Toby" thing. Rice says, Curtis, we need to fist fight the train. I know, before I go, huh? We should have a take it home match. As long as I'm leaving out of here, we should decide once and for all who's dominant. I'd rather that scumbag Golden go out and do it, but he wouldn't do anything on behalf of anybody else. Was it Naruto, Lude? I thought it was Naruto. I just remember that. And I just remember being bummed. It's like, because I hate spoilers. I'm like, you dumb fuck. I was pissed too at the production company too, because like, don't put spoilers in the goddamn opening. What the fuck? But I was new to watching anime. I didn't know that was something that could happen. B-Man, good one. I'm most excited for the new Reincarnated as a Slime. That was in the category of surprise animes for me too. And not that I didn't expect to like it. I've liked everything you guys have brought to me, but it was even better than I thought it was going to be. Hi, Em. I'm glad you popped in. And Lick says, I'm going to trigger Lude right now. Clear his throat. Toby. Yeah, Lick says, fuck off. Or, I'm sorry, Lude says, fuck off, Lick. Stop giving me non-flashbacks. You guys were amazing keeping that secret for me. It was amazing. I did hear about his passing, Mr. Croissant. I did. That is sad. Oh, what's this? Chrome says, by the way, totally not Mark is probably getting his channel taken down soon, but this time it's his own fault, honestly. Uh-oh. He's done something pretty stupid to antagonize Toei recently. It may not be legal. Well, why would you do something that's stupid? Oh, I wonder what happened there. He seems like a decent guy. I don't know a lot of him. The first I watched him was, the last time he had issues, and he seemed like a decent enough guy. Toei's weird. I approached them a couple different times when they were striking stuff, and I would get the strikes overturned. And so I just approached them and I said, listen, if you guys will, instead of just striking content, and then when I file the counterclaim, letting the counterclaim take over and put it back, I can save you a lot of time. Tell me what it is that you object to. Because I'm editing these up, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I said, I'll be glad to work with you. Just tell me, how you want to do it. I said, do it. And I offered to. I said, listen, I will promote anything you want in my reaction videos. I said, if I react to your content, if you have something coming up and you want me to mention it, or you want me to play a little teaser in front of the video, I will. I said, just tell me what the issue is. Why play this game with each other? They just ignored it. So I was trying to, and I wasn't being a dick to them. I was being polite and everything. And I said, we do this silly little dance for no reason. Just tell me what the objection is. Zeno says, for the animes I want, MHA at season 6, Mob Psycho. Oh, Mob Psycho. Now there's an ultimate surprise anime for me. It was way better than I thought it was going to be. Season 3, I forgot about that one. Jujutsu Kaisen, SAO Progressive Movies, Devil's a Part-Timer. That was good too. I remember Devil's a Part-Timer. I was always shocked when it was, he's an actual part-time employee. Okay. DBS movie, Love is War finale, Jujutsu Kaisen movie, Fire Force Season 3. Everybody says Fire Force is really good, just too many to choose. It's an amazing time to be an anime nerd, isn't it, Zeno? It really is. It really is. Lutz says, bless your brain damage. You read that Toby super chat several times and remained completely oblivious? I read a Toby super chat? You're right, I'm oblivious because I don't even remember that in hindsight. I didn't think anything ever got through to me. Let's see. First Wave Negativity says, that's interesting because the other side of that is if you could argue that if you pause less, you're adding less content. No, you couldn't say that because everything I want to say, I say, and I say it right over the material. So there is no more to add. You're saying that what you're saying would only make sense if I wasn't saying everything in the moment. That's why my intros and outros aren't long. I say everything as I see it. Plus, I can't trust my memory to remember them for outros. So no, that's not true. If I pause more, it's just going to be more pauses in the video, not more information from me. So no, I don't think there is a good argument at all in the other way. It is because I say everything I want to, everything I would say even if I had paused it, but I say it right over the material. Oh, so that's what happened? I don't even remember that, Lex. I genuinely don't. She says, I'm glad Curtis is so dyslexic. that he literally read a Toby spoiler out loud, misunderstood it, and forgot about it a second later. Yeah, I don't even remember doing that. I genuinely don't. I thought you guys were pranking me here for a second. Rice says, if I give you any more money, my mom's going to slam my head in the keyboard, but I really don't think she's coming. Well played. Well played. Rice got a Q here and a K here and an L over here now, stamped in his face. Jake says, I still haven't gotten around to watching Naruto beyond episode 5 since I was spoiled with the Toby reveal. Oh, back when it happened in the manga by One Piece reviewers who couldn't help but bring it up. Oh, no shit. I know, well, like now, I don't use Twitter a lot anyway, mainly just, to post. Some people watch Twitter for when I post videos, but I'll go on occasion just to see what's going on. Whenever anything to do with One Piece is trending, whether it says One Piece, whether it says a character name, anything at all, I don't take any chances. I click out of Twitter altogether. It's like, fuck it. I'm not getting near anything. Mr. Croissant says, daily reminder that Boa Hancock in no way compares to Big Mom in looks. Boa also loses a twerking contest to Big Mom as well. Mama, indeed. Mama. I think Boa Hancock is beautiful. I also don't think she's, strictly for me, just personal taste, she's not, I don't think she'd make my top 5 hottest in One Piece. Definitely Nami and Robin I have over her, and then there are some others as well. Her name always goes out of, what's Nami's sister's name, guys? Went right on my head. Always loved her look. I just think she's stunningly beautiful, Nami's sister. Thanks, Lou. I appreciate that. Well, you guys know me in names. AZN says someone's suspecting voter fraud in the Patreon. Oh, there was voting fraud. It's not just suspected. It happened, pal. It did. Nojiko. Yes, thank you, guys. Yes. I always thought there was just something about her. I thought she was just young, but she was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Mikasa from AOT is definitely on my to-do list. I just think Mikasa is one of the great characters. I think she's hot. I never, put her high on a waifu list, but she's way up there on a favorite character list. I love her character. She kicks some serious ass. M says, I think there are way more beautiful characters in One Piece than Boa. Yeah, I agree. LL, her devil fruit is what makes people's feelings about her beauty run rampant. Otherwise, it would be useless. Yeah, I agree with you, M. She would not. I'd have to go through all the characters again, but I can guarantee you she wouldn't make my top 5 even. Of course, there are a lot of stunningly beautiful women in One Piece, too. I don't know, brother E. He says, let me ask you from a shipping standpoint, and I've thought about this. Who do you see Luffy ending up with by the end of the series? If I have to make a guess, I'm going to say no one. I think there will be a lot of shipping going on, but my guess would be Luffy will be shipped with the One Piece, I think. Then again, just nothing to back that up other than my hunch. I remember you saying something about that, Lix. Lix says, I actually knew nothing about Naruto before I started watching these streams, so that was a fun time. I remember you saying that at the time. Kozuki, Hiyori is definitely more beautiful than Boa, and you tried to say she wasn't. Shame. Come on, it's tough though, Em. When you're in the One Piece world, there's a lot of gorgeous women in there. They're just so amazing the way they draw those characters. Luffy X any form of meat imaginable. There you go, Mr. Croissant. Yeah, that would be my guess, is that he doesn't get shipped. Mr. Croissant says, my biggest fear as a One Piece fan is the manga fandom ruining the story for the anime fandom. Could be. I always talk about this whenever I can. That's, like I say, that's why when there are big things going on in the manga or anything, if it starts hitting social media, I get the fuck out of social media. I do my best to not get spoiled. Lou says, how much? So how much have you been spoiled on Boruto? Well, what it is, Lou, when we talk about it, over because most outside of this, most anime conversation we have are over at the Patreon at the Goosh because it's all anime. The gang knows that they can talk about whatever they want because I probably will never see it, so it doesn't really matter. So they've talked about some of the big fights, and that's how I know the kids' names and stuff like that because they talk about it. But I'm not concerned about spoilers because I would be very surprised if I ever get to see that series. So yeah, we don't even worry about it. Philip says, can't wait to finish the new season of Kaguya-sama. Looking forward to the new season of Overlord. Overlord. Konosuba, Vinland Saga. I forgot about that one too. Goblin Slayer and Tanya the Evil. God damn. Vinland Saga. Torkel. One of my all-time favorite characters. That is a badass motherfucker right there. Almost forgot. Oh, man. There is so much stuff coming. AZN says, I was spoiled by Naruto by playing one of their sex games on Newgrounds, a dating sim. Sakura always gets a happy ending. Also, ultimate Naruto fan flash. That's pretty good, AZN. That's good. Excuse me, guys. Got something in my eye. Brother E says, in my opinion, it's 100% Nami. Oda actually married a Nami cosplayer, and if you go through the story, Luffy and Nami have a special connection more than anyone else in the crew, especially with that. Oh, that I agree with you. Yes. If you rephrase the question to be who do I think by the end, what female character will Luffy have the strongest connection? I think it'll always be Nami. That I agree with. I don't think, again, just my guess, I don't think he'll be officially shipped with anybody. But yes, strongest connection, absolutely. I would be disappointed if it weren't with that whole thing with the, like you say, the hat, the tattoo, everything. Yeah. Chrome says, Mark hired some animators from Toei to reanimate scenes from the new Dragon Ball film. Some pretty spoiler-heavy stuff. Already that's probably broken the contracts the animators have with Toei. Yikes. Why would he... Chrome, yeah, I'm with... That's just stupid. That's just moronic. You can't possibly think... It doesn't matter. Now, we know the Japanese companies are way overprotective in the respect that they don't have fair use in Japan, and they resent the fact that we do in America. There's no doubt about that. But it doesn't matter who you are. You recreate spoilerish stuff on a major upcoming release, you're going to face consequences. You're likely going to get sued. I don't give a shit what country it's from. That's insane. B Green says, good old Newgrounds and Thai Flash guys. That's pretty funny, though, to get spoiled that way. Excuse me. M says, I think Luffy will not be getting married or have a romantic relationship, to be honest. Me too. That's my guess. He said he doesn't want to get married and wasn't interested, but I'm sure it could change. Right. Yeah, it's one of those things, M. When you ask my opinion, I don't think he will. But if he gets shipped, I won't be surprised. Because, like you say, it definitely could happen. But I think his focus is going to be on that One Piece until the day he encounters the One Piece. One of my favorite things about that show is Roger and the boys getting to the One Piece and that laughter. Why was it? I love that part of the storytelling. Chrome says, and there's a few other legal questions involved as well. It was like maybe 6 days after the film's released. Mark's always been an idiot. People forgot that because of the Toei fight. Really? Yeah, that's moronic. Not only are you always going to encounter issues with that, but he's going to lose. If he tries to fight that in court, he's going to fucking lose. Badly. Lute said, Luffy's probably going to die the same way Roger did. That's interesting. I highly doubt he'll get the chance to be shipped. You think? It's possible. Even if he doesn't, Gear 2nd is supposed to shorten his lifespan. He's been using it for 2 years. That's true, too. You don't think that... They wouldn't have Luffy die before he gets to the One Piece, would they? No, come on. I'd be fucking pissed. Yeah, listen, I hope Luffy dies at the end. I want to see the whole internet get sad for a week. You watch a creepy old man get fucking sad. I'll tell you that. Peter says also really looking forward to Bleach coming back. You bet. JoJo Stone Ocean Part 2. Oh yeah, JoJo. Mob Psycho 100 Season 3. Ton of great stuff. There is. There is. It's just amazing. Again, going through the list of stuff that's coming on, just amazing shows. Man, our dance card is going to be fucking filled over at the Goosh. Peter says, massive plot twist. Buggy ends up becoming the Pirate King in the end. And he will do it flashily. No question about it. Negativity says, I'm incredibly excited about Made in Abyss Season 2. That was good. What a unique and different show. I just finished the movie, which I believe you haven't seen. No, not sure. I'm super happy there's a continuation. Oh, Made in Abyss. Oh, well, I just conceptually, I love that show. That is just such a cool concept to me, that. And the execution, as well as the concept, going further and further down into that abyss is just, there's something really terrifying and also, like, romantic about it. M says Luffy will get the laugh tail and crawl his way to the One Piece. Laugh at it, then die. It's possible. I wouldn't put it past him to have Luffy die. I would not put it past him. Oh man, ooh. Lick says, I saw a theory that One Piece is a big death trap that Roger made. Oh, because he thinks anyone good enough to actually find is too strong to live, so the whole crew will die at the end. You guys are fucking with my head right now. Because I could see something like that happening. And if Roger made the death trap, you got to figure, wow, it would work. Holy shit. Brother, he says the Roger laugh is so iconic and it's not even an old scene, 2019. I actually think Roger laughing actually makes his sacrifice more heroic because he knows someone will fully achieve his goal. I love that. That whole scene with the laughter just really struck a chord with me. That was amazing. Chrome says, funny thing is you're looking forward to a lot of shows coming back this year. I'm looking forward to a ton of my manga ending this year. New editions of Urusei Yatsura, Full Metal Alchemist, Dr. Stone. It really is. I mean, it's just a phenomenal time to be into anime, to be an anime nerd. Philip says, can't wait to see Vinland Saga, Farm Arc animated. I saw a trailer. It's going to be great. Yeah, Vinland. I love Vinland Saga. I like when every once in a while we take something Vinland Saga, where the fighting is, there's some upper level stuff to it, but it's based in reality style fighting. That's why I loved Jormungand so much as well. Every once in a while it's fun to get something that is just based in the reality of the world. Jormungand was really good. If you guys haven't seen it, I recommend that one. That's excellent. Excuse me. M says, I wouldn't either. Well, I kind of expect him to die sooner than later. Oh, that would be brutal. And as you guys know, Luffy is one of the very few main characters who's also my favorite character. And there's been so many great characters in One Piece. But through all those 1,000 episodes I've been through so far, nobody's made a really significant run at taking over that spot for me. For him, it's just, you guys know what I like, and he embodies everything. He's all about his friends and that that whole camaraderie, and you'll die for your friends. And look, I mean, somebody shares a sandwich with him, and he's willing to die on their behalf. I love that about him. He's just such a great character. Lud says, oh no, he'll 100% become the Pirate King. It's a shonen. But realistically, the constant use of gears, yeah. Ivan calls injections, yep. Repeated near-death injuries. He runs himself ragged. He won't live a long life. Good points. Yeah, good points. I mean, like you say, what he's been through in his life, it wouldn't be even a slight stretch to say that he's not going to, he shouldn't live that long. Chrome says, sad thing is his stupidity this time is probably going to kill a number of animators' careers this time and maybe get them in severe legal hot water for breaking contracts. Sure. That's just stunning to me, Chrome. These animators, too, though. I mean, come on, guys. Have a little self-awareness or awareness of what you're actually doing. Jesus. Let me, hold on a second. I'm going to take just a quick peek over to see what's going on at Totally Not Mark's channel. Well, actually, I got the chat here. I can still see you guys. No. I want to go to YouTube. I just want to see what he's saying about as far as titling videos and stuff. Jesus Christ. Come on. Type, boy. Totally Not Mark. Toy Animators redrew Dragon Ball Superhero. Or redraw. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, there it is. Can top tier animator take time on their schedules to produce this for us? So what has anything actually been stated so far? Because he's not covering anything as, you know, what the reaction has been to him doing something as insanely stupid as this. Nolan says maybe the real One Piece was the friends we made along the way. Funny thing is that's not off the table and I'm only half joking. No, I'm not sure. You guys will have to correct me on this, Nolan. I think at one point, didn't they come right out and say that the One Piece is something tangible? Because a lot of people thought that, you know, One Piece might be the friends we made along the way, or One Piece is friendship. I think, I'm not positive. You guys would know better than me. I thought they came out and said, no, that is not the case. Oda, okay. M says Oda confirmed it's not that. I thought so. Because I knew a lot of people had, and really that's not a bad conjecture at all. It's not a bad guess. But I thought I had read that Oda said, yeah, no. It's a physical thing. That's what I thought. That it would be, as much as I would understand it, if that were the case, you know, if it was the friends we made along the way or however you want to put it, it would kind of suck. King of Ices Hayuga says, what would you guys like to see? Moonphase, Ayori, Aoshi Akebi's, wow, Sailor uniform, a sister's all you need, or Yamaka first time for my next sponsored anime? Ooh, I don't know any of those, pal. Nice. I like going into something with no beforehand knowledge. Richard Rat says the real One Piece is just a chicken leg and everyone is disappointed. How tasty a chicken leg? I don't think, if it's a chicken leg, I don't think you can automatically throw the disappointed tag at Luffy. Brother E says, I think if Luffy were to die, then it would be from Blackbeard. That's possible. Definitely Teach is the most threatening person right now, even more than Kaido. I agreed. Especially since he's a strategist and has plans. Yeah. And with Whitebeard's ability now. Huh. Yeah. M says, I'm so glad it's not that. Yeah, me too, M. And I like stuff like that. You know, the power of friendship and all that crap. But not as the One Piece. That would be a letdown even for somebody who's as into that type of thing as I am. Looks says you just said a bunch of words, my guy. Yeah, Luffy would definitely not be disappointed. That's what I'm thinking too, Big Green. Luffy would be like, ah, right. Chicken leg. No one says, oh, Nami is most definitely physical and tangible. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Chrome says, well, thankfully he didn't post a spoiler in his thumbnails. He spoils one of the film's huge reveals in the video, like something Toei refused to even show in marketing. Wow. I'm just curious. There's got to be fallout. I'm surprised the channel's still up, to be honest with you. I mean, to be perfectly honest, if I'm Toei Animation and seeing that, it's one thing to, you know, reaction videos or even if you wanted to make an abridged or something like that, you can make a case for fair use on all that. You can't make it on that. You're taking his characters and his story and retelling it yourself. That is copyright infringement. That's the definition of it. Yeah, exactly. I agree 100%, Em. With Oda's great storytelling, if it was friendship, I'd be very disappointed. You're right. Just because he is such a phenomenal storyteller, and as much as that would be cool on some level, it would be a letdown. And it would not be the ultimate in imagination, that's for sure. Big Green says, funnily enough, I'm mostly excited for stuff that already came out. I didn't watch Demon Slayer, Shield Hero, Vinland Saga, really? Goblin Slayer movie, Castlevania. Really? Huh. Shield Hero. Oh, Shield Hero. So good. Peter Milligan says, I've seen an interesting theory that says only those without devil fruits can make it to Laugh Tale, because we don't know if any of Roger's crew had devil fruits except for Buggy, and he got sick. Interesting. That's an interesting angle. Excuse me. Philip says, oh, you'll get a kick out of this, Curtis. I got my mom to read the Shield Hero light novels. She really took a liking to them. Did she? That's cool. I think that's cool when we get somebody else into it, especially older people, because I'm like the only one that I know. You see people my own age and my peers and stuff, and as soon as I talk to anime, their eyes just roll in the back of their head, and they're like, I want to talk about Andy Griffith. Yow. Jeff says people put spoilers in the thumbnail of Attack on Titan reactions, then YouTube recommends me those videos. Just Susan trying to help, Jeff. Susan just trying to help out wherever she can. Kaiser says, I'm looking forward to Spice and Wolf's new anime. Gridman X Denazanon, Super Robot Wars OG Final Game, Himiko being playable in FGO, Takagi-san movie, new Gundam anime, Megatron Musashi. Wow. Chrome says he posted it 2 days ago. I give it a week. Film's not even out here yet. Only way to see that stuff is from some idiot filming the movie on a camcorder. I'm shocked. I thought I would have honestly guessed legal action would have been taken by now. Oh, that's right too, Em. I didn't think about that. M says also people should know even if Oda hadn't confirmed it was tangible, Whitebeard also confirmed it was a real thing. That's right. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're right. Chrome says on a maybe brighter note, we're getting 3 Avatar films. Hopefully they turn out to be good. Well, there's supposed to be 4. Let me take a look at that link. There's supposed to be 4 of them. 4 more. Oh, no. Oh, I'm thinking, all right, Avatar Last Airbender. I thought you were talking about the Avatar movies. I was going to say, no, there's supposed to be more than that. Okay, first 3 Avatar will reportedly be a prequel titled Avatar Kyoshi. Film focused on Zuko. That's cool. A film set in the era of Korra after the end of the anime series. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know about that. Zeno says, animation for animes has definitely evolved throughout the years. Yeah, I've even seen that, with the older ones that you guys have had me watch. You can tell by looking at the second final episode of Demon Slayer Season 2 and saying, oh, Demon Slayer was gorgeous. You're right. That second season of Demon Slayer was, wow. It was. That was a whole new adventure. I agree. Wix, I love Wix's cynicism. I'm looking forward to season 34 of The Simpsons. I heard they're going to make an unfunny joke. Looks lit. That's good. Oh, shit. Brother he says, for the One Piece, I think Roger laughing is actually a red herring. That could be. And when Luffy and the crew reach the treasure, they will actually cry instead. Rayleigh said they might react differently to it. But there's a lot of good, there's a lot of good different scenarios here. I like this. Philip says, my mom hates Mine and the Spear Hero too. Fuck Mine. I despise her. So you guys have that in common on top of both being Holo. Thanks. Yes, That actually, she's the perfect example of what I was talking about earlier. That hotness is not, as much as I love some anime titties, is not the begin all and end all for me. Because mine's gorgeous, and there's very few characters in anime I've hated more than that bitch. her new names were just a highlight of my life in that series. M says, I feel Robin at the very least will probably cry when reaching the One Piece because her whole goal was finding out the entire history of the world, and seems all the answers lie there. Truth. That's true. I mean, yeah, if you, when I think about it, read what you just wrote, as much as Luffy wants to be king of the pirates, and that would allow him to pass, you would say, to pass onto that level, you might be right. Nobody may be more affected than Robin. That's been her whole life. Yeah. Yeah, that's an excellent point. Lute says, speaking of One Piece, while the anime has been amazing lately, they have been doing an insane amount of recaps. Oh, really? We're getting Odin backstory recap next episode, so if you're planning on catching up, might be an issue. Oh, really? Yeah, I am. I don't know how far we'll go. I'll talk to you guys about it over at the Goosh when we do it, but I'm definitely going to catch up at least some. It'll be a while, though, because before we get to it, we have to finish up Boondocks and Black Clover, and then I'm going to catch up on One Piece. Yeah, that's a good point, Em. I hadn't thought about that. She says everything she's gone through in her life to achieve that goal, it's her everything. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, and look how pivotal she is in uncovering all the secrets of the world with her ability to read the poneglyphs. Nolan says, I know of two girls named Mine or Mine in anime, and they're both notoriously hated for being dumb bitches. The other is from a Kamigag Kill. Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. But yes, the Mine from Shield Hero. And just, and again, coming from a wrestling background, you've got to appreciate how much I hate her, because she's a character you're supposed to hate. Well, kudos to you, because, what a bit. Oh, I can't stand her. AZN says, never watched One Piece. When Game of Thrones last episode was on, I never saw it either. I laughed at all the people all upset because I didn't know why. I'll do the same. Yeah, if you've never seen it, AZN, yeah. I'm glad I watched it. I have to admit. There have been so many great moments. I mean, Robin, say you want to live. That was phenomenal. Nothing happened. Oh, jeez. So many just breathtaking moments. Chrome says, October is going to be a good month for me. Disney, ton of great new anime and video games. Please, Epcot Japan, stock things from the new upcoming series. I hope so for you, Chrome. I hope so. Every time, they do stock, always did. It's harder now with, supply chain. But they always stocked regularly, because we'd go down there on trips, and a lot of times the stuff that was in there on day one, there was a lot of different stuff on day 5 or 6 when you were getting ready to go. So they always used to keep stuff moving in regularly. But if you get down to Disney Springs, don't forget to go into that Uniqlo store, because the only anime thing in there they typically have are the t-shirts, but they always have some, and you never know what anime it's going to be. I've gotten a lot of cool ones from there. Mr. Croissant says, my mom reacted to mine for the first time, and she said she'd stick her tampons across and her makeup brushes in dog water. I like that. I hated her. Right from the get-go, I hated that bitch. Chrome says, I'm actually finally able to get into Fire Force properly, by the way. Wanted to read the manga for a while, but the early volumes were sold out for months. Now I'm 7 in, so just over a quarter through. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, everything I've heard about Fire Force has been great. I've yet to hear anybody say anything but good things. Nobody even with a meh attitude. Everything I've heard about has been really good. All right, guys. Well, this was fun. We're going to have either when I get back, or we just had somebody look at our house today, and I believe we're getting an offer. So we may be going to North Carolina soon. So either when I'm going to be gone these next 2 days, either when I get back or when we get set up in North Carolina, I will set up a schedule for the live streams. And what I'm going to do is, because I never know if I'm going to be able to stream. So I got thinking the best thing to do is I'm going to set up a live stream topic for every day of the week. But I will put on there, I'll put it in our about section. That's not guaranteeing a live stream every day. It's just telling you if I can stream on a given day, that's what it'll be about. So we will be having these anime ones regularly because this will be part of it. You know, of course, we'll have Free for All Friday. We're going to have a day for the video clips. We're going to have a day for topical conversations. We're going to have a day for anime chat. We'll have all the things that over the years we've grown to enjoy doing together. We're going to have a day for Ask Me Anything. I'll cover them all, and that way you guys can know if on a Wednesday I put up a posting saying, you know, we're going to be live streaming, you'll know exactly what it's going to be about. But I will get that set up for you. But yeah, this was fun. I miss doing these, and especially now with what we have upcoming with all this anime. It's going to be fun doing anime chats for quite some time because pretty much every week there's going to be something new to talk about with all the stuff that's coming out. This was a blast. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Again, you know, even with it being a different time than usual, still had a really fun conversation, had a good time with you guys. I appreciate it. Now, again, tomorrow I'm heading down to North Carolina to drop off my car. I won't get back in until late Wednesday night. But then Thursday I'll be back. Things will flow. Just I've got videos done ahead. Things will flow like normal. Flow like normal. It just sounds kind of pervy. Flow is just kind of it's kind of like moist in a way. I know M's here, but I had to say it. It's kind of like it's just kind of a almost semi-objectionable word. Or it could just be I watch too much porn. Either way, I'll talk to you guys soon.